You know, today we are here because yesterday we got a heavy rain and campus was affected, and they are cleaning it today, or they were cleaning, so it was impossible to go there. Before we continue with our class, I'm going to share with you the code for joining to the platform, okay? So while we wait for the people, because we don't have a lot of here, you can start joining the platform. One moment. And also that is important because you can get the listenings from the platform so you can complete your workbooks. Okay. Okay, guys, this is the code, group 9G, LDR64CHD, that's the class code. We can go to Richmond LP, and you have to join this class. And also, you need to write your product. You need to that is your class code. So I will check which one have already joined it. So let's see how many people. Five people till now. Okay, that's good. So the rest, you have to continue doing that. Remember, once you join the class, you need to add product. And how can you do it? That is by using the code that you have on your book. Okay, I have to continue. Well, guys, since today we have this kind of class homework, during the recess that is going to be at 4 o'clock, okay, you will have from 4 to 4:30 another work, and it to that's it. And the date, of course, today is this is time at 4 o'clock. At that time, scan your homework, you know, the workbook.
Teacher, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
Can you repeat that instruction, teacher? I have problem with my sign, and now I cannot listen your place.
Okay. During the recess time, you have to scan your homework. The one that is for today, that is on the group. You have to send my phone. Okay, you can use just one PDF document and that's it. You don't need to send a lot of photographs. Just scan it and that's it. That's it.
For classroom, teacher, or group?
No. To my phone number.
Teacher, can I send just photos because I don't have that? Usually they use to scan the photos and.
Okay, no problem.
PDF. Thank you.
Now let's continue. We were talking about your unique style, communication, and you. We stop at the exercise 2.6. Now we did that. Katie, come on, Sarah. So we have to go with. Let's go to page number 7, and we have to work on exercise number 5. Here we have some things that the following. And which ones do you think matches your explanation of which one? Tell me. And we'll start asking by names. Miriam, what do you think? Miriam?
Oh, okay. I think the letter C is the finish look for me.
Okay.
I like the side to the clothes. Yes.
So for you, for example, okay, thank you. Hector, for you, for example, B. What do you think about B? Is that cool or out of date?
I don't think that she is cool, but like we see in the previous classes, there is some people that maybe they think that is cool, but for me, I don't think so. I don't like to her. He's stylish.
Yes, he looked like a little strange, right?
A little.
¿Qué cosa?
Yeah.
She's living in the 80s.
Exactly. So here we can see people that, according to your definition of school, maybe you can relate it to exercise for picture C, because since you are young and you can be connected to this kind, even the way that the people are wearing, right? You're wearing caps, maybe hats, the headphones. So that's maybe the something that we can call as cool. Now, we don't have to work on this because we have to waste a lot of time here. But here, read the listening builder and listen the sentences from the video. Cross out the sounds you don't hear in the other words. So pay attention, and you have to tell me which ones you don't hear.
1.7.
Wait, I have to share my sound.
1.
Okay, now yes.
She's been nominated for a CoolTube Award.
2.
Did you expect to be so successful?
3.
I just create videos about my everyday life.
4.
I hope that my friends and coworkers would watch them.
5.
It might be that my videos are natural and unrehearsed.
6.
Sounds like a dream job and leads me to my next question.
One more time.
She's been nominated for a CoolTube Award.
2.
Did you expect to be so successful?
3.
I just create videos about my everyday life.
4.
I hope that my friends and coworkers would watch them.
5.
It might be that my videos are natural and unrehearsed.
Sounds like a dream job and leads me to my next question.
Okay, so what do you think? Which ones are, or which one the one that you didn't hear? Okay, here maybe it's a little bit complicated, but let's see the answer this part. Well, in the first case, to this we don't listen Bing. Only the second one is like the T, right? We don't listen to that. The T. And because we have two, and only we have the second one that is connected with the other one. Then we have the T2 on just, we don't listen to that. In the case of hope, we listen to the first part and not to the ED. My the same, we don't listen to that T. And the next is the same. Only we don't listen that T. But because these kind of exercises are this. In fast speech, similar sounds can emerge between words so that you only hear one sound. This can be sometimes the words Same sound you expect to be home early. They have the same sound, and sounds which ones are different. Not in my wildest dreams. In that case, we only have to omit the first or this T. This is just when we have this kind of fast speech, okay? And we listen to that when people practice a lot, you know, especially with American people, and they speak in a different way, right? Like in Bolivia, or maybe if you go to Chile, it's really complicated to understand people because they speak in a different way, they speak fast. For example, for American people, for them, it's difficult to understand a Cuban person. Yes, my friend told me, I can't get when Cubans speak because they speak very fast and they get lost to the way they speak. And it's true, right? They speak very fast. The same happens with us, maybe when we are with an American and we try to get something. That's why it's important not to translate everything. The most important part is to, you know, catch the idea, the main idea, and with that you can continue getting the conversation. But if you want to translate, that's it. You're lost. You won't do it. Remember that we are here just for this class. Hope so. If this week it's not going to rain again, right? Hope no, right? Let's continue. Now, I think that if I'm right, before we continue with this, I would like to send again the homework for the one that joined the group yesterday, or I don't know, in the morning, because they don't know about the homework. So I'm going to share this again to the group. Where is that? You have to send your homework during the recess time, not now. Okay, there you are. Your homework was workbook page number 2, student's book page number 8. This was your homework, by the way, right? This part was your homework. Read and improve about the first beginner task and email personal description. The explaining practice with the shape of you and bring your score. That was it. So this was your homework about expectations. Are the things that we expect when we are doing something. Like for example, when you are at a new place, when you go to the gym, when you try to do something. For example, after the class, I have to go out and I have a gathering with some friends, co-workers, and we have to wear something formal. So my expectations are that we're going to have a great time there, right? Maybe we're going to, you know, as usual, when I am with people that I am confident enough, I am very funny with them. Usually, they are never sad with me, because sometimes I'm like a crazy person sometimes, but not all the time. But it's only when I have confidence, not with everyone. What I don't like is when people ask me many things about personal life. I don't like that. Like, where do you work? What do you do? I don't know. Things like that, I don't like. You know, people sometimes they like to ask personal questions, right? But when I'm close to them, I prefer to go a little far away, so I avoid those kind of questions. Now, let's go with this part. This was your homework. You read this about the expectations. Now to continue with the next part. Here it says that in sentences that we have here, 1 to 5, in exercise number 3, what are the tenses in A and C called? Tell me, which tenses do we have from A to C? What do you think? Analyze this. In first match sentences from 1 to 5 in exercise B with timelines A to C. So here we have the timelines. And on the other part, let me see, we have the sentences on exercise number 3. Here. Here we have the sentences. So we have to match this with A, B, and C. With this part. And the teacher, I think that number 1 belongs to A, number 2 belongs to B, or something like that. Carla?
Thank you, teacher. I think that letter A is number 1, 2, and 3, and letter B number 4, and letter C number 5. I think.
Okay, that's what you think. Thank you, Carla. Now, let's see. What do we have here? Well, number 1, did you say C, Carla? Number 2A, number 3B, 4C, and 5A. In this case, what we have here is the past continuous. That's the first one, the A. In the second one, we have the past perfect. And on the third one, we have the past perfect and past perfect continuous. Of different tenses here that are used in order to talk about narration. When we have to narrate something, when we have to tell a story. So let's see here what is happening on the next grammar point that we have for this class. Here we have 4 tenses that are very, very useful when we narrate something, when we tell a story. We have the simple past, the continuous, the past continuous, the past perfect, and the past perfect continuous. The simple past, as you know, that talks about situations that are happening in the past, and they have a definite time. The situation is over. What happened with the continuous form? Do you know? When do we use the continuous form? The past continuous? When we talk about situation that was happening in the past, right? And we also can join the continuous form with the simple past, because one of them is the interrupting the other action. For example, my action is the phone rang while I was taking a shower. So the action was in the past, ongoing in the past. I was taking a shower and my phone rang. It means that my shower was stopped. Now, in the case of the perfect and the continuous, I will say, I have to share something with you. Just one moment. Let me share this with you. Present, past perfect, and past perfect continuous.
If you want to ace your... This tutorial.
Okay, pay attention to this part.
Is about the past perfect and the past perfect continuous. In this lesson, I'm going to show you how to form and when to use a past perfect and how to form and when to use a past perfect continuous. Now let's get started. Take a look at these sentences. I had worked before I ate my breakfast. I had been working before I ate my breakfast. The first sentence is in the past perfect tense. The second sentence is in the past perfect continuous tense. let's have a look in how to make a past perfect. We can make a past perfect for the regular verbs by using the auxiliary verb to have, but then the past simple form, which is had, and the past participle. Remember, we can make a past participle by adding ed to the base form of the verb. For example, I had walked the dog. For the irregular verbs, we also use had and a past participle, but here the past participle has a different form. She had driven my car. The infinitive form of the verb is to drive. A past perfect continuous is made by the auxiliary verb to have and then the past simple form, which is had, the past participle of the verb to be, which is been, the base form of the verb, and ing. For example, I had been walking the dog and she had been driving my car. Now let's have a look at the difference between the two. We use a past perfect for a thing, which can either be an activity or a state, which started in the past before something else in the past. So we have two things happening in the past, but one before the other. For example, he had talked on the phone before he started cooking. Or, I had broken my leg before I broke my arm. A past perfect continuous is used for an activity started in the past before something else in the past, so only with activities. For example, I had been talking to him before I sent that email. Please note that we cannot use the verb to break here. I thank you for your attention. For regular updates, please subscribe to youtube.com/EnglishGrammarSpot or go to www.
Okay, so here we have something about both tenses. Present. The past perfect is made by having, had as an auxiliary, and we also have the past participle form of the verb that is going to be the auxiliary in this case of the perfect tenses. In all of them, I have to use the past participle form of the verb. And the other one is a continuous form. The past perfect continuous is had plus been plus verb in the ing form. And we're going to have, for example, I had been walking the dog. She had been driving my car. That's different from I had walked the dog. Okay, that is the structure. Had plus past participle here. Had been verb plus ing. That's the way to use the past perfect continuous form. I mean, the way to make it. Now here you have the uses of the past perfect and the uses of the past perfect continuous. In the case of the past perfect, that talks about an activity that started in the past before something else. For example, I had connected to the class before the teacher started it. Okay, could be, right? Because you got a link, so maybe you were since 150, but the teacher was not connected there. So you can say, I had connected to the class before my classmates did. That also could be. So this is when we talk about a thing, activities, and states that started in the past, but it happened before something else in the past. It's like two activities in the past, but always one of them happened first. That is the way to use the past perfect. However, in this part, that is the past continuous, past perfect continuous. It says that an activity started in the past before something else in the past. I had been talking to him before I sent that email. I have been practicing a lot before. I have been listening a lot before I submit my homework. That way means that you have been practicing, right? You have been practicing, and then after that, when you were sure about your answers, you submitted something. In this case, your homework. You can copy this about the past perfect and the past perfect continuous. Next week, you don't have classes, by the way. No, just kidding. We have.
Okay.
Father's Day is Friday, or sorry, Sunday, so don't worry. Now, the best way to master something is by working and practicing. Now, here we have to work, and I will tell you what else we have to do. Basically, the difference is this. I will write here on the, sorry. They're here. This could be the difference between the past perfect and the past perfect continuous. In the case of the perfect, the simple one, we use this with action verbs to emphasize about the complexion or of an event. In the case of the continuous, we use this to show that an event or action in the past was still continuing. It means that it was on progress. That's why we have this different, right? Okay, now we can continue practicing, so I will stop sharing this part. And I have to go to the next one. Let's go to page number 113. And how to work on exercises 1 and exercise 2. This exercise 1 and then 2. Okay, we have to work here. Choose the correct options to complete the sentences.
Had your brother not realized that it was an expensive restaurant?
So you have the answers? Not yet. So have you finished the first part so we can check? Not yet.
Only exercise 1 or 2?
1 and 2. Well, it's very hot, right? I miss the air conditioning from campus. It's very cold. Here we have it, but it's not too cold at the campus. Okay, let's check the first one, and then we have to go to the next part. Harry,
Yes,
number
teacher.
one. Number one.
Okay. Jim was waiting for us when we arrived at the station.
Okay, so your answer is that. We have to check in a moment. Merisi?
Yes, teacher. We died to see the new movie for weeks by the time we finally saw it.
Okay, Silvia?
Henry had been feeling, so he decided to take a vacation.
Okay, to take a vacation. Okay. Jorge Luis. Next one. Number 4.
Number 4, I was always a great craftsman in Italy, right by the sea.
Okay. Andrea Natalie?
Had your brother not realized that it was an expensive restaurant?
Okay. Matia?
While I was taking to some friends, someone tapped me on the shoulder.
Sorry. Somebody else died next door, I think, and that's why we have that music. Let's stop for a moment, okay? Until the music stops. And yesterday I saw that there was something, we call that crespon, at the door next door, or next house. He continues by what can we do. And likely that's our last place to go, right? Everybody's going to go there. And lucky. Young, old, it doesn't matter. Now, when I met or was meeting Mike in person, which one do you think is correct? Carla.
Number 8, sorry, teacher.
Yeah.
When I met Mike in person, it felt was knowing him my whole life.
Now, let's check your answers. Compare these ones with the ones that you have and see if you were right or wrong. How many good ones do you have? Now let's go to the next exercise, the next part. Part 2. Complete the conversation using the past narrative tenses. Use the verb we have in parentheses. Okay, this is a conversation, so we have to use 2 people here, 2 volunteers for reading this. Okay, Harry, 1 person. Who else? Harry, you are A. And who's gonna be B? I need another volunteer. Okay, Gabriela, you are B.
Okay. You're not going to believe what happened to me a few days ago.
Gabriela. Okay, I think Gabriela is busy. We have to look for another person. Luz Clarita, okay.
Your microphone.
Okay. What, did you win the lottery?
Continue, Harry.
No, but while I was waiting for the bus, I met someone amazing. He took the same bus as me many times before, but I hadn't been noticed him until then.
So don't stop there.
Well, I stood at the bus stop and I threw about my day at work. Then when I turned around, I saw this really good looking guy. He had tried to make eye contact and keep looking in my direction. He seemed to want to talk to me.
And now you're engaged.
Well, not exactly. But yesterday, while I was waiting to the bus stop, he came up to me and asked me out. He waited for 10 minutes for me to walk by, and this time I think it's going to be the real thing.
Like, you're beautiful, right? Have you heard about that? You're beautiful. It's true. James Blunt, something like that. And he got in love with somebody else in the bus or something like that on the subway, right? Now, let's see the answers from this part and check yours. We have happened. Did you win? Was waiting, met, had taken, hadn't noticed, was standing, was thinking, turned, saw, was, had been trying, seemed, was walking, came, asked, had been waiting. Did you got the same ones? Good job. But if not, we need to practice more, right? No problem. We have the grammar, so I mean the workbook. Okay. Okay, we'll have to wait a minute. Sorry.
Teacher, on the 11th number, the scheme was Vintra.
No, let's see. 11.
Please get to 11.
He had been trying. Both are possible in that case.
Okay.
That's the only one. Or that's the only one. Let's see. The only one, right? So both are possible. Could be trying or okay. Now let's go back to our lesson. And when you have time, whenever you have this, and you have the grammar summary. Now let's go with this part. Second part of friend story. And complete the sentences. Tense of the verbs in parentheses. Have you ever changed your mind about someone you met online and you have to ask about a question? So let's work on. Wait a minute. What is the first part of this? We have so here you have to use the tenses that we can have for narrative, which was on the past continuous, perfect, put my silence.
Have you ever changed your mind about someone you meet online? Uh,
At the end of our disastrous date, I
Didn't
didn't think Alex and I would ever see each other again. I mean, clearly, we didn't really know each other at all, although we
Have spent
had spent
spent months texting each other, but he called me and said he
had been thinking
a lot about me since that day and wanted to see me again. Decided to give, as it turns out, we
had
had
chemistry. We met it. We
okay.
talked. Okay, we have to check the word. Surprisingly, it was not a lot more interesting than he
seemed
seemed on our first date. Lesson learned. Everyone deserves a second chance. That is true, right? That's the last part. Now, we have here a question that says, have you ever change your mind about someone you met online? Have you ever taken the risk of meeting someone online? Oh, a friendship relationship with that person? What do you think? Because like now we are in online class, right? It's different for the one that have the cameras on, and the other one that they have the cameras off. They have to do it. They have to turn it on. But you see somebody else there. But when you go to the class, it's different, right? It can be, for example, that they are tall. I don't know, maybe short, or I don't know, different kind of things. So it's the same when you meet somebody else online. I mean, you change your mind about that person because it's gonna be different, right? It's not online is something, but when you go to a place and you meet a person face to face, oh, is that you? So you won't remember the person.
Filters.
And the filters also play a good role. See a person. Oh, before the pandemic, I think there was a program on MTV, Catfish. You? If I'm right about the name, but the program was about people that happened with some, but after that they realized that only person was, and those kind of people were looking for the real person. After that, they met with other. Most of the cases, it was like, wow, I agree with the person. Different, even though sometimes a man tended to give, he wanted to be in a relationship with a person. At the end, they got on a fight. In some of the cases, they got friends. In other cases, no. You were like, you lied to me, so how can we be friends? So no, that's it. Go away, and we don't have any more relationships. That's it. But have to be well. Also, nowadays it's very dangerous. We don't know which one is behind the camera. Is that the monster or the real person? We don't know. Now, we have here something that is versus you. Okay. For doing this, we have to work in groups because we have a situation. Had you looking forward to it? What happened? Had you had a similar experience before? Did the person place event out to be better or worse than you thought? What did you learn from the experience? They have to tell to the group about this. Tell the group about the person, place, or that surprised you. Use prompts, these ideas to help you and different narratives. So I want to send you to breakout rooms. Your partner. And at the end, you have the things that you consider very interesting from that part. Okay, that in group most interesting from Jose Luis or Jorge Luis. Sorry, he told us about because this and that. So I'm going to do this. Okay, there you are. Some people have 4 members and I want 3, but those are the breakout rooms. You only have to click on it and join the group. You have 5 minutes for discussing about that. Only 5. Join your group, Gabriela.
Chicos, una pregunta, no sé si se me escucha bien. La verdad no he escuchado nada de nada los últimos 10 minutos del teacher. Mi señal me está jugando mala pasada. ¿Se escucha ahorita bien?
Ahorita sí. Yo igual
Sí,
estoy con
se
el
escucha
mismo
bien.
problema, a mí me saca de Zoom, igual
Sí,
voy a ingresar.
4 veces o 5 ya me sacó y no estoy muy atento a lo que hice, igual por ese entrecorte. ¿Me pueden decir de nuevo qué es lo que tenemos que hacer ahorita? Tenemos que contar una experiencia, ¿no? Similar a o sea, de lo que indica ese punto 7, tomando esas 6 pautas. ¿Es así o me indican, por favor? No entendí nada de nada de lo que es.
Yo igual ando en las mismas, pero creo que sí, solo que no estoy segura si es que cada uno tiene que hacer una cosa, o sea, cada uno su experiencia, o preguntarnos entre los 3. Jorge, ¿vos tal vez sabés algo?
Creo que es cada uno.
Entonces, tenemos que contar de lo como dice ahí, ¿no? De una persona, un lugar, un evento que nos sorprendió y personalmente contestamos las 6 preguntas que están ahí, ¿no ves? Así es, Jorge.
Sí, es pregunta-respuesta.
Ah, ya.
Tenemos
Y yo creo que terminando, ¿hasta qué hora escuchaste eso, Jorge? ¿Hasta qué hora tenemos que tenerlo esto?
eso sí que no llegué a escuchar bien.
Ya, ok. Ya, gracias, Jorge. Vamos a ir haciendo entonces. Jorge, ¿tenés el mismo problema igual con tu red o estás haciendo como nosotros?
El mío igual está un poco lento, te cuento mi internet. Creo que es por la actualización de Zoom. Suena entrecortado a veces. O por último, cuando salgo un rato de Zoom, pierdo totalmente el audio y tengo que volver a iniciarlo.
Sí, está lo mismo que el tuyo. Voy a poner a mis datos móviles, yo creo, no sé si será. Y una última pregunta, chicos. Lo que dijo referente a la tarea, a las 4 enviamos todo el material que nos encargó, ¿no? Por su privado. Eso no entendí igual nada de nada. No sé si me podrán aclarar.
¿Qué tenemos que enviar? ¿Lo de la orden de grupo?
Claro, la tarea de lo que puso en el grupo no eran 4 puntos. Entonces, eso no escuché la verdad. No, mi señal igual ahí no me dejó escuchar. Ahí me aclaran, porfa. ¿Qué dijo?
Yo a lo que pude escuchar creo que teníamos que mandar todo en tipo PDF o en algún documento, cosa que entre en todas las imágenes de todos los puntos, pero eso sí no entendí si es que me confundí porque le estaba por mandar al principio y luego dijo ya comencemos y creo que luego dijo que en el receso lo van a enviar, pero lo que sí sé es que hay que enviarlo a su personal de él, a su privado.
Ah, ya. Gracias, Carlos. Eso no sabía.
eso de los workbooks y demás cosas que tenemos que enviar es de la anterior clase que hicimos, ¿no?
El workbook es ese librito, el que es blanco y negro, eso creo que es solo de tarea.
¿Eso lo de tarea?
La tarea creo que era la primera página del workbook. Sí, esa es la primera página del workbook, que es del libro blanco y negro. What was the situation?
¿Cuál era la situación?
Had you been looking forward to it?
Are you looking for?
Una cosa, chicos, acabo de preguntarle a una compañera sobre el trabajo ahorita del número 7 y tenemos que preguntarnos sobre nosotros mismos. Va sobre, yo le tengo que preguntar a ustedes su respuesta y viceversa.
Ya, pero ya lo tienen todo completo, a mí me falta todavía los últimos 2 puntos.
A mí me falta un poquito igual.
A mí igual.
Entonces, démonos tiempo y una vez que lo tengamos nos preguntamos y así lo anotamos de cada uno. ¿O qué dicen?
Claro.
Perfecto, perfecto.
¿Hasta qué hora más o menos disculpe?
Nunca he tenido una experiencia similar.
I have never had a similar experience.
Turned out to be better.
Turn out to be better.
Resultó ser mejor. Resultó ser mejor de lo que yo esperaba.
Results better than I expected.
Chicos, de una vez entonces compartirán antes que nos voten. Ya lo voy a decir en español lo principal. Estaba en la plaza y había una heladería que estaba promocionando sus helados y pues era gratis. Entonces creo que eso era algo que me sorprendió y nunca suele pasar, digamos. Eso a grandes rasgos. Díganlo a grandes rasgos, chicos, antes que nos vote el Zoom.
El mío, me corté con cuchillo cocinando parte de la uña, nada más.
Ya yo viajé y en el vuelo conocí una gran persona que después de una semana me enteré que era mi tío. Más nada, hacía grandes rasgos.
Era un tío lejano entonces, por decir así. He cut the finger. Okay.
Okay, guys, so we are back now. Tell me about the things you found out in the group now, the most interesting ones. Raise your hands and you can talk. Only one person per group. You're gonna be the first one. You're gonna be the first one. Okay, Carla.
Okay, teacher. My partner Harry said that one day when he was going down the street, he came across an ice cream parlor that gave out free ice cream for its opening day, and it was something that surprised him a lot and that he did not expect.
Oh, that's interesting.
Ojalá nos pasara, teacher.
Yes. Who else? Who else? Hector.
Okay, I was in a group with Matias, I think, and Gabriela. And Matias says that he has a special event. The event that surprised him is when he went to Aguascalientes. He said that there he feels less stressful. He feels so good because when you are there, that words is so hard. So I think that he said that he feels comfortable and less stressful. He also said that he went to Muela del Diablo, and he said that there you have a beautiful places to take photos and this interesting. I think I don't know that place, the Muela del Diablo. All say that beautiful place.
But the noun sounds like weird, right?
Was uncle and meet a new family member.
Scary. Okay, good. Who else? Camila, maybe?
Hey, teacher.
Okay, Harry.
Okay, my classmate Jorge, he accidentally cut his hand for cooking dinner while he was cutting the meat. And Carla, meet guy the plane that results that was uncle and meet a new family member. In the way for tweet.
Okay. Now to be careful about family members, right? Because sometimes we don't know them and they appear, maybe you fall in love and that's your relative. And that is not good because after that they can, in Europe during the Middle Ages, there were a lot of people that used to get married with their own family, right? But unluckily, they were born with burn defects, with some kind of, sickness or something like that, because family genes, right? So we have to look for another ones. I have to be careful about that. Who else? Who else?
And inclusive, any people, it's the cousin.
Yes. For example, the other day, I got a new student in my class, and I didn't realize about his name, but after that, I realized that he's my nephew. I said, "What? Okay." Life is like that, right? At first, maybe you don't relate the names, and after that, you can realize that could be a relative. What about Jorge Luis? What about you and your group?
Teacher, sorry. The last year I take my vacation in Sucre, a place called Toro Toro. Toro Toro is a place touristic, and there have some many activities, to do when we choose climb up the mountain. Well, we clean up the mountain. Um, when we up start for apart to for small rivers and waterfalls. To be here, it's very is a bit was wonderful.
Yeah, it's like that. Like, for example, something that can happen, maybe with some people during this week is the situation that we got yesterday, right? Maybe you were going, I mean, any of you going to university or going to your place of work, right? But during your way, you got caught in the rain, in the traffic. I don't know. The city was flooded. No, not the whole city, because at some parts it didn't rain a lot like that. But in the downtown area, the second ring and something like that. The south area, I think that was most affected. Downtown and the south area, something like that. Imagine that you were going there and you were driving and suddenly your car is like until here, right, covered by water. What can you do? If that is a new one, forget it, right? Yeah, beautiful, we know, modern with everything that's electric. But once a circuit is reached by water, it's gonna be stopped. They are made of that. Every part is made of that. Water here, and that's it. You try to make it work, push, and that's it. But the new ones, wow, it's very sad also because it's a new car, so that can happen. We don't know what is going to happen, and thanks God you are safe here, right? Because if you would like to see why we are not here today at the CAI, you will see now. But this happened because people were there at 7. You know, classes start at 7 during weekdays, and they were there while the rain happened. So this is one of our rooms.
Listen, estamos imposibilitados de movernos.
You see? Imagine you or we, that can happen not at 7 o'clock only, right? Imagine we being there at 10 o'clock or 10:30 after the recess.
Se inundaron los cursos.
Right? Those students were there early in the morning at 7 o'clock, but the rain started at 7:15 or something like that. So they were there. That's the reason. And the CAI is closed or was closed today because they were cleaning that area, as I sent the message, right? Because it was like that. Even though in the afternoon, you know, it was sunny, but they have to clean the places, right? To get water away, something like that. And even the office was flooded, so wow, it was really, really complex. Imagine that somebody else left a laptop on the floor, a backpack, and that's it. No more, right? Like I did it last week. On Friday, I left my laptop inside the office because I will next part. We have an exercise about something that can happen with us. So let's turn on the page. On to here we have to talk about these situations. Maybe it happened to you, maybe not. It says, in first talk about a bad purchase you made. For example, an item or clothing, a piece of furniture, gadget, or something like that. We have to discuss about this. You bought, but you couldn't really afford. It was expensive, but you did it. You thought was cool, but didn't really need. Sometimes that
Purchase.
happens. Right? I don't need that, but with colognes. I usually like wearing this kind of citric. Okay. But the other day I bought something that is called a wooden smell. And I open it and I don't like it. What can I do now? I want to sell it because I don't like it. There was a bad purchase for me. Right? There was a bad one. I also bought 2 pairs of shoes from a discount store, and that was a really, really bad decision. I went to the store.
Gotcha.
It seemed to be a nice place, but I really, really regret about that because I wore the shoes like twice, and they were open. I went to the place and I asked for a refund. They said that no, if you want, we can fix it, but how can you fix it? They are new ones. They are Brazilian, so how can you do it? Next time, obviously, I won't go there again. Never, ever in my life. Because they offer good shoes on their publicity on Facebook, WhatsApp, but no. They are not good ones. Now, for example, I want to give one pair to my father, and that one is going to be for me. But obviously, they were fixed. I made them repair because
you paid a lot of money for and quickly got tired of.
Now, who wants to share something? You bought something, but couldn't really afford. You thought was cool, but didn't really need. You paid a lot of money for and quickly got tired of. Like for example, you got the latest cell phone. Wow. But then another one appears. So what can you do with your cell phone? I don't know. Okay. Give me your opinion now here. This is your time to work and participate. Let's see what you got. Buying clothes online is not a good option, right? Why, Hector?
I don't know. I'm not sure why. That is one reason. That's because I left that course in 2018 when the pandemic started. I feel that the Zoom's called your classes so boring, I suppose, and you have a lot of distraction on house. You have something to do. You hear something and get distracted. I don't know. I don't feel comfortable.
So this is the only, I think, the only right? As you said, we can go distracted easily.
You both couldn't really afford.
Even the teacher can go distracted because you don't see what the teacher is doing.
You
But
both,
when you are there, you
but
say, hey,
couldn't really afford.
but I've ever bought something online, like for example, a t-shirt, shirts, shoes.
I remember that I bought.
For me, it's not a good idea to buy
And
online
again.
sometimes because the color maybe would be different from the one that they were offering. Especially that is not, for example, basic colors. Also the size, maybe, I don't know. Hector?
No, you don't have the exactly size that they have. So maybe you pick one that you can not wearing, right?
Yes, for example, in my case for Bolivian cloth, I am XL. For American, I am L. For Brazilian, I think that I am M or L. So if you don't know where they are coming from, you have to be careful about that. Imagine if you buy L, and that is like, and you will look like an empanada, right? So you have to be careful about that. But let's talk about this. Sometimes we can buy. Okay, Gabriela, she wants to talk.
Teacher, can I answer the question too?
Okay, you can do it.
Last month I bought a dresser with light, but I didn't really need it because I already had a dresser that didn't have light, so wasn't necessary.
And why did you buy it? Why did you buy it? Why?
Because I like it.
That's the point, right? Sometimes we buy things like that. Yes. You can say, wow, I don't need this, but wow, I need it. No. Okay, I will buy it. Good. Thank you, Gabriela. Who else? Miriam, what about you? Andrea, Natalie, or Camila.
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Okay. Well, in my case, I bought Apple Watch on my birthday. I think it was cool, but I didn't really need it, and
How
it
much
cost
was it?
$400. It cost expensive. It was expensive, and I didn't really need it. Yes, it was.
Okay, but your teacher needs that, so you can give it to me. No problem. I will use it. I just kidding. Sometimes we can do like that, right? For example, this kind of smartwatches or smart bands, they are useful when you, for example, exercise until my time, and the calories I was burning on the gym. So for me, that was really helpful. And of course, I was controlling the meal.
Pero qué jode. I'm mobile data and Wi and inclusive. I'm used the Wi-Fi, the red Wi-Fi, and inclusive.
As a what the person to me as Camila did. Okay, but sometimes we need things and sometimes not. But say, what can I do? And you with yourself, right? Hector, you want to say something?
Yes, did you? I just remember that I bought that thing on the last weekend. I suppose I thought that was cool. Oh, it's a pepper mule.
No entiendo.
You press and
Cago.
pepper fresh.
Internet. Perro.
I
Perra.
and that means yes, I think that was cool.
Yes, sometimes we think about it, right? But it's not like that.
It's nothing.
Yes. Who else? Tell me.
Okay. In my case, I bought some albums of K-pop, and I think it's necessary to have because you can listen their music with your phones. But I bought, and I don't know why.
Yes, now for example, you have the apps like Spotify, Deezer, or another one. So maybe you don't need to buy albums. In the past, yes, right?
Yes.
And the common were the cassettes and then the CDs. I remember that one of my brother used to buy a lot of CDs from Metallica, Guns N' Roses, Aerosmith, AC/DC, something like that. He used to collect Mana. He used to have those kind of things, and they were original because originals used to have the company seal there and all the lyrics in just one piece. And they were expensive in that time. Keeps Clarita?
But I'm really space.
Sorry, teacher, but I just entered Richmond with the codec because I thought the codec was for was for classroom, and I was trying to enter with the codec for classroom, but my brother comes and tell me that the codec is for Richmond. Please, can you upload the homework again and give me more time, please?
The homework that we have from the last Saturday, that should be sent only to my personal phone number because we are not using the platform yet, right? We're gonna use that maybe since Monday and so on. I will give you some homework there, so you're gonna start working on that. What you have to do is just register yourself in that platform, so you will have the chance to access to the listenings that you need to get from the workbook. So don't worry about that. You got confused, but we don't need it like urgent. Like you have to register there, write your book code, and that's it. And you can start using it and practicing. Only that. Okay, Luz Clarita. So scan your homework and send it to my phone number.
Okay, thank you, teacher.
Okay. Who else wants to talk now? Mattia, what about you?
In my case, I can say that I bought a TV. That can be an example. When I bought the TV, I thought that the TV has all that the modern TV has, but there was a problem with it when I tried it, because the application that it has are not that I wait, because it has like
I bought it.
a different
two
format.
genes,
I don't know
and
like how to
results
say
that
format.
his two genes is too short,
It is like a computer.
and do it the probability hits noted.
Have to move it like a mouse and use to press the buttons and other things. So it is so
I
difficult
lost
and
him
stressful when you don't press the correct button, or maybe you
each
enter
other
to the
each other
um,
goes into
to the
100,
incorrect application and other things. And the other mistake was that the GB don't
and
have
the words I
like
lost
the
it
other GB, for
factory.
example, when you have a video on your cell phone and you project it on your TV, it doesn't have it, and it was a very big problem for me and very annoying.
But are you sure that is a television or maybe that is a screen?
I'm sorry,
Is
can you
that a
repeat?
TV or a screen?
Premium of
Because
Brazers,
that is just for the computer.
but all family
No, it's
stay
not
in my
a
home.
screen. It's a TV, a TV, a smart TV. Sorry.
Is in that way, for example, you said that you have to press buttons here, click there, so it's kind of complicated.
And then with the control, you press to the application, or you use to, I don't know, move the line of the video. I don't know,
I haven't
things like
been
that.
through any situation yet.
Oh, okay. The next time you have to be careful about it. Okay, guys, it's 4 o'clock now. I have to go on our recess. 4:30, okay? Don't forget to send your homework, by the way.